So as I was saying, today's topic is about studying in Europe. So please, all right. Thank you, Pedro. Thank you so much. I hope you can hear me clearly. Thank you. So today's topic is about studying in Europe. So please especially invite your colleague, your friends, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your landlord to join this session, especially those who are planning to study in Europe. And today's conversation is going to be a very important one because when students here study abroad, most people immediately think Canada, UK, USA. But lately Europe is quietly becoming one of the smartest and most strategic options for many international students. And the interesting thing is many students don't really understand how Europe works, which countries are good options, the tuition structures, visa process, work opportunities, or how affordable some pathways actually are. So today we are going to break everything down properly, very practical and very honestly, not a random talk or motor park discussion. The real gist, the real information, the real information students can actually use. So today we'll discuss one, why Europe is becoming more popular in 2026, best European countries for international students, affordable tuition opportunities, English taught programs, the student visa process, scholarship and financial planning, work lifestyle in Europe, yes, work lifestyle in Europe, common mistakes students make, and how to choose the right European pathway. By the end of this session, I promise you guys, many of you will begin to see Europe differently, not as usual. So before we go in, please, guys, I would like to ask you, when you were studying in Europe, when you hear about studying in Europe, which countries come to your mind first? Like when you hear people say study in Europe or you want to study in Europe, which country come to your mind first? So tell us in the comment section which country, like I can say, if you are just studying Europe, I'll country that comes to mind will be France. So tell us in the comment section which country come to, oh, maybe say Paris. See in Paris. Who else? Tell us which country comes to your mind. Mm-hmm. Uh-uh. Some say France. That's a very nice. France is a very good country. That's my country. Who else? Ah, Pedro, England. Isabi. Very good, very good, very good. Now let's start from the big pictures. Why are more international students begin to? Oh, someone say Malta. It's still a good destination. Why are more international students begin to explore Europe? The answer is very simple, very simple. Europe offers a balance of affordability, opportunity, international exposure, and education quality. And honestly, many students are beginning to realize that studying abroad is not about popularity or social media trends. It's about strategy, better strategy. It's about your budget. It's about your career goals and your long-term plan. Very important. Your long-term plan. And for many students, Europe makes practical sense if any of this is follows. Now let's discuss one major reason students are paying attention to Europe: tuition and affordability. Compared to some destinations like Canada, UK, many European institutions offer more affordable tuition. They have more flexible payment structure and lower living costs in some cities. That's depending on the country you're going. Now, let me explain something. Affordable does not mean low quality. Because when I say affordable, people will think it's low quality. No, that's a very, very big misconception. Europe has some of the world's strongest education system, and many schools are internationally recognized. So now, depending on the country and institution, like I said, depending on the country and institution, tuition can range from from 5,000 euros to 15,000 euros yearly in many private institutions. And in some regions, students may even find lower cost pathways. So for students who want, international exposure, global education, and better financial flexibility, Europe becomes a serious option. Now, this is something many students don't know. A lot of people think, if I study in Europe, I must learn another language immediately. Not necessary. Many Europe schools now offer full English taught programs, especially in countries like France, Ireland, Malta, Netherlands. This means students can study business, management, banking, marketing, hospitality, project management, and many other courses in English. But learning the local language can still help socially, professionally, and for long-term integration. So it's good to learn the local language when you go to school. But they offer English taught programs. Now let's talk about one of the most important things, visa. The student visa process. This is the most critical part when you plan on studying in Europe. The student visa process is very critical because if you miss this part, this visa part is like the gateway. It's like the gateway, the final bus stop. You can get your application right, you can get admission, and once you don't get this visa, you're going nowhere. You die in this country or die in whatever country you are. Because this is where students become nervous. Honestly, Europe's visa systems are different. Not like UK have it. Europe visa systems are different depending on the country. So most European students visa process focus heavily on what your admission documents, your financial proof, accommodation, insurance, academic background, and your application consistency. Like what you're putting your admission document, there should be consistency in what your document, your financial proof, your accommodation, insurance, everything should be they should be consistent and everything must align. Not to tomorrow your document, your name is Michael, in your other document, your name is Evans. So everything must align, everything must be consistent in all your documents. Now, one important thing students should understand is this. If visa process are document driven, meaning the clearer and more organized your documents are, the stronger your application become. Yeah, that's it. So now we're going to go to the next section, talk about money. Money is another very important part because financial planning is very important. And one mistake students make is way too late to plan finances. If you have been following us in on our life section, I may only talk about applying lately. It's a very bad thing. You need to apply early. So waiting too late, if at anything in this life, if you wait too late to plan, you're doomed for failure. So waiting too late to plan your finances is a red flag. So now, depending on the country, financial requirements also differ. Some countries may require blocked accounts, like Germany. Sometimes they require blocked accounts, proof of funds, tuition deposit evidence, sponsorship explanation, and this is why students need proper guidance. That's why we are here for at IEIS because every country operates differently. Works in UK, Canada may not, or UK or Germany or France may not work in Malta or Poland. So you have to take this back of your mind. Europe is not, it differs on the countries. So you do your proper uh, research before going to select any country of your choice. Now, let's talk about opportunities students explore. For example, Paris Business Academy. At IES, we have different European opportunities. So you can reach out to us. I'll talk about Paris Business Academy. Programs often explored in this Paris Business Academy are business, international management, digital marketing, hospitality, project management, tech-related fields. And one major advantage Europe offers is exposure to multicultural environment. Students meet people from different parts of the world. You can meet people from Asia, meet people from Europe, Latin America, and you know, honestly, the kind of international exposure can be life changing. Yeah, life changing. So we're going to talk about the lifestyle because many students ask, what is student life really like in Europe? Yes. So when you hear what the student life like in Europe, it can be fun. Depends on you. Exciting, independent, eye-opening. It can be very rewarding. Challenge can be challenging sometimes. So that's why I say depends on you. So when you're going, you have to learn how to adapt to the environment. Students and in Europe, students experience new cultures. different food, new environment, travel opportunities, international friendship. Yes, and because Europe is highly connected, that's if you're studying in Belgium, you can easily travel to Germany. So it's highly connected. So students often, travel between countries more easily than any other place. Yes, students travel more, you can, if I'm studying in France, I can easily travel to Germany. If I'm studying in England, I can easily travel to, Belgium. So when you go to Europe, you have more easy way to travel in between the countries yes, in Europe. Just imagine like now, I'm studying in one country, like I'll say I'm studying in Malta and visiting maybe um, Poland during the break. That's very cool. That gives you more exposure. Gives you more. You meet different culture and you learn a lot. So that international exposure is one of the biggest strengths Europe have than any other destination. Yes, that international exposure is one of the biggest strengths. Take me anywhere, and Europe has than any other destination. Now, I'm going to talk about work opportunities in Europe. Common questions we students ask or people ask: can students work while studying? Yes. In many European destinations, students may have part-time work opportunities depending on the regulation. Now again, every country again, I see what I'm saying, every country has different rules. Oh. Some allow specific working hours, and some students work permit, post-study pathways, and so on. And this is why students, you or we should not depend on random and online assumption. So you always verify one. You go to any country, you will verify one, the country rules, the visa condition, and school policies. Because policies can evolve and policies also update. Countries also update their policies. Now we're going to talk about the common mistake we all make. Common mistakes students make about Europe includes, let me say, choosing Europe only because it's cheaper. Because I said affordable earlier on, Europe is not cheap. If your mindset, oh, I'm choosing Europe because it's cheap, that's a red flag. So not researching the country properly before you select any country in Europe, research, does this align to my goals, my future plan, or my career goals? So do your research very well. Poor financial explanation. Yes, your documents, your proof of funds is not properly explained. Applying too late. I always talk about this late application, guys. If not, in fact, if you're applying to study Europe, start after this session. Start applying now, and ignoring accommodating planning. Depending on random talks or misinformation online. And one mistake we all make, treating all European countries the same. They all differ. Every country has its own rules, policies, and guidelines. So they all differ. So any country are going to say, oh, because I want to study in France, and the same way the visa process in France is the same way the visa process in Germany. No, every country differs. So Europe is not a single system. Europe, they operate differently. Yeah, they operate differently. Now, over to you guys. Who should consider Europe? Yeah, over to you guys. Who should consider Europe? Europe can be strong if, I would say, Europe can be strong if you want affordable international education. Yes. You want global exposure. Yes. You are flexible and adaptable. Yes. You want alternative pathways. In fact, you want to explore international opportunities. But like we all say, the best countries depends on you, your goals, your future. So the best country, it depends on you yourself, me myself, you me I. Depends on you and me, not random talk or social media trend. Now I'm going to talk about how to choose the right European countries or pathway. This is very, very important. Choosing the right pathway should depend on your budget. Yes, depend on your budget, your academic background, your career goals, like I was saying, your goals, your adaptability. Yes, if you're going to Finland, no, Finland is very cold. Can you adapt to the weather? All these things you need to consider it before you plan on going to Europe. So what is the same? Finland and Malta has different weather. I think Malta is kind of a little bit more hotter. So if you know you can adapt to cold, obviously you have to consider it. Yes, your adaptability. Can you adapt to the system? Can you adapt to the culture like there? Can you adapt to the rules, the policies? These are the kind of things you look at. Your long-term plan, you have to all these things you have to consider it. So I will say it again: choosing the right path should depend on your budget. Yes, your academic background, your career goals, your adaptability, and your long-term plans. So because a country that works perfectly for my brother or my cousin may not fit us another student at all. May not fit me. So because this country works for maybe say my cousin brother, then it automatically fits me. No, you have to do your research. Does it align? Are you adaptable with it? Does it align with my future or career goals? These are the things you consider before selecting Europe. So that's the reason why personalized guidance matters. That's why IES were all here for you. So if you're considering Europe for 2026, this is what you should begin now. Yes, right now. In fact, now, yes, or even after this section. Research countries properly. Yes. Understand the visa expectation in each destination you are planning to go. And prepare your documents early. Me, I like this early talk. Start now. If you know let me say, you're planning to study in Europe 2026, like there's have some schools September intake. Start now. Don't wait. Stop waiting to deadline. Plan your finances strategically. Avoid rushing. Yes, some of us will rush all these things. Avoid rushing. Seek proper guidance. Yes, seek proper guidance. And most importantly, because opportunities become more competitive over time, start early. I keep on saying it all my life, all the life situation I've done, start early. So over to you guys. Tell us again, where destination are you planning to study in Europe? Which country are you planning to study? What course? Tell us what European countries and the reason why. Is it France? Is it England? Or is it because you want to go and play? Just tell us you like football or something. Tell us what destination are you looking at studying in Europe, the course and reason why. So over to the comment section. So tell us. Okay. You guys should tell us now. Tell us which country are you planning to study? Which country, which destination are you looking at in Europe? Destination course. Nobody? Or nobody. All right. So as we round up today's section, let me leave you with this. As we round up today's section, let me leave you. Okay, maybe say project management. Yes, that's a very nice course. Project management is a very, 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 very good course. Please, what country? Project management. What country? Tell us the country and I say project management. It means okay, MBA. MBA in what country? Okay, Paris. This Paris, I will join you. Paris. That's my country. Oh. I love Paris. Okay. See me, Canada. Canada is not Europe now. I said Europe. What country I plan to study in Europe? Not Canada is not Europe. So tell us which country in Europe. MBA. What? Leave Canada for now. Canada's another time. All right. So studying Europe is not about following hype. It's about making informed decision, understanding your options, and planning wisely and choosing a pathway that fits your future, your goals. Yes, choosing a pathway that fits your career goals, your future. So Europe is no longer an alternative option. Europe is now a destination. It's not a destination. So for many students, it is now a smart option. So if you're planning to study in Europe, any destination, you can reach us here. So IES are going to guide you properly, visa guidance, proper education, counseling, whatever question, whatever, if you're confused, you can reach out to us. I'm going to call out our number. So pay attention to this part. If you want to study in Europe, I'm going to call out our number. If you need guidance, if you need counselor, if you need counseling, call out our number so you can WhatsApp and call us, reach out to us. We're going to guide you and start your journey to Europe. So I'll start with our Nigerian line. You can reach out to us on Nigerian line, WhatsApp or call 081 0768 1656. I'll call that line again on Nigerian line 081 0768 1656. And our second line that's our Nigerian line again 070 52 8888 51. I'll call it again 070 52 8888 51. Then you can reach out to our Canadian line +1 437 869 4556. I'll call it again +1 437 869 4556. So you can send Europe on WhatsApp to begin application at the end of this line I called. So you send Europe WhatsApp. You can call us anytime, reach out to us. We're going to guide you. So choosing Europe is a very good choice. It's a very good destination. So if you're planning on studying abroad, studying in Europe, reach out to us at IES. We're going to guide you properly. So thank you all for joining us for this lesson section, and I hope you have you learned a lot from this section. I hope you guys got a lot of information. So see you same time, 12 p.m. next week. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, guys.